Oh, we're heading back, are we? Well, time for the worst part of the game. Let's see how Peggy handles this. Alright, all the j'accuse is done. They drifted away from me, angry and sad and disappointed. I felt the same. Was there really no one who believed in me? It didn't take long for me to realize that someone had been missing from that group. Peggy. I turned around to go look for her, but... Did you really just slap me, girl? Wow. A tearful Peggy stood in front of me, her hand still raised. What the hell is wrong with you? I stared at her in shock. I thought you were different from the rest of them. I thought you actually cared. I thought you cared about me. I do care about you. Hang on a second, give me a chance to explain. I didn't do anything. How am I supposed to believe that? I don't know. I don't know how to convince you. I saw the proof. All of the evidence adds up, as unfortunate as it is. And I'm not one to ignore problems and just hope they'll magically be okay on their own. I can't do that for you, MALIA. As much as I really want to, I can't. But you know what kind of person I am. You spent months getting to know me. You know I wouldn't do something like this. Not to everyone in the hostel, not to you. In all the time you've known me, have I ever broken the law? Have I ever even lied? Okay, maybe I've lied a little, but never about anything big. You should know me by now. Well, at least she actually said that, finally. I mean, it's true. It made complete sense that Peggy would be upset with me, but I found myself arguing with her, trying to make her see the truth. I didn't want to be a bad person, not in her eyes. I wanted her to see the real me, the person she liked, the one she had feelings for, the one she trusted enough to help her with all her problems. It was stupid, but she made me feel good about myself. She made me feel like I was cool, even when I knew I was not. So now, even though I knew I shouldn't, even though I knew I might make her feel bad, I found myself arguing against all logic and reason. I don't understand how this is arguing against logic and reason. This is like, do you really think, after getting to know me these past few months, I've actually done this? You're not the... Sheesh. You're the victim here, MALIA. I was gonna say you're not the victim. You are the victim here, MALIA. Please, trust me. I would never do something like that. Peggy's lip trembled, her eyes scanning the floor. I want to believe you. Then do. I know you're afraid, but please, trust me. Peggy put her face in her hands. I can't do this. I need to go. I need to think. Peggy. Please, MALIA. If you care about me at all, please leave me alone. She left, evidently heading for her bedroom. Oh, go away, you gross person.
Wow, sounds rough, that whole situation.
Brendan rounded the corner, a smirk on his lips. Don't pretend like you care. I'd seen Brendan's true face when I turned him down. There was nothing nice about him.
Oh, I don't. Although, I suppose if you leave the hostel, Peggy will be single. She's not really my type, but any port in a storm.
Shut up!
She's not even speaking to you now, is she?
What a douche canoe. Wow, trying to get in on that rebound relationship. Sheesh. He climbed the stairs up to the rooms. Should I go check on her? If I didn't, she might... What, sleep with Brendan? If she does that, dump her butt. I'm sorry, but sheesh. Don't worry about that. Look, let her be. Ugh. No, she told me not to bother her if I cared about her. I couldn't enforce my desires over hers. I just hope this was the right decision. Shaking my head, I headed for my bedroom. I just wanted to sleep. Let me sleep, please. Things are going great, guys. I've been good. Okay. I figured this was going to be the only different thing.
Most importantly, go out there and get your girl back.
Alright. I'm gonna try. Hi, Aussie. I'm not gonna attack you and give you the satisfaction. Bleh. Alright. As I was coming down the stairs, I heard raised voices from the next room. Was always kind of rude, really. And this one time, we went ice skating and she fell right on her ass about 10 times and kept trying to pretend that she was fine. What a liar. My heart sank. Peggy was gossiping about me to the others, just like I was one of her terrible sixth form friends. Like she didn't care about me at all anymore. I could barge in and tell her to stop, but what would be the point? Dump her butt. I'm sorry, I don't got time for any of this. I went down to get a snack and ran into Ashley in the kitchen.
Oh, Malia.
Hi.
Hi. Peggy's been saying things about you. Like that you went to a couples contest on our beach trip and you cussed out the announcer on stage in front of everyone.
Did she tell you that it was because he was being an ass to Peggy? Probably not. After she said that, she shot a look at me as if judging my reaction to see if it was true.
I don't think it's a big deal to the guys. They generally tune her out when she starts talking like that. But I thought you might want to know. Okay then, I'll be going.
Ashley was still polite to me, generally, and the guys really didn't seem to care all that much about the scandal anymore. We were friendly on our own terms. But it was uncomfortable. I'd rather be outside than inside. Ashley's a sweetheart. She'll have my back when I do her route, I'm sure of it. It had been more than a week since I had spoken to Peggy. She spent most of her time now at university, focusing on her studies. Apparently, there were some volleyball games she played in as well, but I didn't go. I wasn't about to infringe on her desire for space. For all I knew, she never wanted to speak to me again. But she spoke to others about me. Oh, did she ever speak to others? That is one of my biggest pet peeves about people. Keep your mouth shut. Don't talk about me behind my back. I hate that. Even if it's good, I don't like being the center of conversation or the topic of conversation. Just no. No. It seemed every other day I heard from another person in the hostel. Peggy was talking about you again. For the most part, I didn't want to hear what they had to say, mostly because it wasn't good. Instead, I spent my time in the hostel's front lawn. It was getting to warmer weather, at least. Understanding the English climate was still a little difficult, but it was nice to be outside. It was a kind of hobby I picked up, partially because it was interesting and I needed something to do, and partially because it reminded me of... Hey. I looked up from my spot in the corner of the lawn. Peggy stood at the entrance to the street, hands in her pockets. Hey. She walked over to me. I stood and dusted my hands. How are you? I'm doing well. Better than before. I had some time to think, you know. I nodded. But what's all this? This is... a secret. Actually, you should be able to tell what it is. You gave me the idea for it. She squinted closely at the plants in front of me, then scanned the rest of the yard. Are you... composting? Yes, you got it. Or I'm fertilizing these plants with some of what I managed to compost. I think, at least. I'm still kind of winging it, so I'm not sure if I rushed it, or... Why are you composting? I looked at her, caught by the urgency in her voice. I... didn't have anything else to do? Is that it? Is that your only reason? Well, if you must know... Well, I'd been thinking about the things you said, and I wanted to try making a difference. Even if it was only a tiny one. Malia, You... She started to turn red, and I resisted the impulse to touch her. Don't cry! Please don't cry! I'm not going to cry! I'm mad! Why are you mad? Why can't you stop being a good person? I hate you! Why are you making this so hard for me? I don't understand. I believe you! I believe you didn't do it. It doesn't make any sort of sense, but I'll believe you, okay? Okay? She smacked my shoulder and I stared at her in bewilderment. I hate you! Do you? Yes, I hate you! I feel terrible. Now she was crying. You're too much for me. I threw off my composting gloves and pulled her into a hug where she started sobbing into my shoulder. I'm so sorry. I wanted to hate you. I really did. I was so scared. I thought I knew who you were, and the thought that you would have done something like that made me freak out. I couldn't believe in you. It was too... You were too dangerous. I cared about you too much. Shh. It's okay, Peggy. But I told everyone so many awful things about you. Did you? Yes. Well, it's all water under the bridge. If you can believe in me now, I'll believe in you. That you didn't mean what you said. That you care about me. I do. I do. I love you, Malia. Peggy. I love you too. Peggy looked up at me, tears streaming down her face. Nuts. You do? Of course I do. Look at me, composting in a garden. You think I would do this if I didn't care about you? I wiped the tears off her face. No, maybe not. Maybe not. Listen to you. You're just so... Peggy. I can't help that. She leaned up and kissed me. When she pulled away, her face was red. Hand in hand, we headed back into the hostel to catch up. Alright, you guys do you. I think you crazy, Malia, but you know what? Maybe you're just a better person than I am. Okay, so... You want to buy this kind of organic honey because it's much better for the bees involved. Why should I care about the bees? Peggy looked at me with a mixture of shock and fury. The bees are going extinct! They're the cornerstone of our civilization! Without bees, flowers won't be pollinated, food won't grow, we won't have... Calm down, I was pulling your leg. When I casually mentioned earlier that I was hungry, Peggy had gotten that all-too-familiar gleam in her eye. Before I knew it, she had dragged me to some kind of farmer's market. Now she was walking me through the various aisles, explaining the benefits of certain producers and growing methods over others. I kind of wanted to just, like, get a ready-made thing, not go to get things to make something, because then I'll be even hungrier. These cucumbers are made with the absolute minimal amount of pesticides and things. This sweet corn is the best, unlike the genetically modified stuff you guys have in America. You know GMOs aren't necessarily bad, right? We wouldn't have corn like this at all without human intervention. She shot me such a glare that I could only grin back. Peggy was way too easy to tease. She would get along extremely well with my husband on this one point. Finally, we made it through the entirety of the district, and Peggy had a basket full of fruits and veggies at her side. We checked out at the register, and Peggy handed the woman her card. No, I'll pay. No way! I'm going to be eating most of this, so I'll pay. No, I'll pay. I want to pay. Let me do it. But you don't even have a job anymore! This led to some kind of back-and-forth lovers squabble. As entertaining as it was for us, the lady at the register looked about ready to murder us both. Finally, I gave up and let Peggy take care of it. On the walk back, Peggy was oddly quiet. Something wrong? No. It's not that anything is wrong. I was just thinking that it was... nice. Feeling like equals. Even if it means that sometimes we disagree, or sometimes we fight over who pays. We both have opinions, right? And that's okay. I think that's a good thing. I do too. Back at the hostel, Peggy cooked a great meal and we snuck away to my bedroom to eat it. A burst of flavor hit my tongue on the first bite, as much as I hated to admit it. This is definitely better with the fresh ingredients. Organic ingredients. I just say it's because they're fresh. Geez, you all are so difficult. Am I? Yes, stop it. Make me. Do you really want me to make you? I paused as if deep in thought. Yes, I do. Peggy stood up and rather ceremoniously disrobed? How do you ceremoniously disrobe? Oh, what to do? I'm so cold now. I could use someone to heat me up. As cheesy as it was, I didn't need to be told twice. I thought you were gonna make me do stuff. That was a really fun night. With some great food to boot. Hey, I won't turn my nose up at good food. That's okay in my book. At the very least. Alright, exams are done. Oh, hi, Miss Drunky. Alright, yeah, I'll hear you out. I'm letting James take care of you, though. Yeah, I made a lot of friends, James, totally. Alright, I'm leaving it up to James. Sorry, girl. Alright, so... Don't disappear just yet. We've got a lot of goodbyes still to say. In my room. I have to get up really early tomorrow to catch my flight. I should sleep. You can sleep on the plane. I know you're used to burning the candle at both ends, but... Okay, I suppose just this once I can stay up all night. Would you say I'm rubbing off on you? Peggy? Well, you know. She put her hand in mine, and together we climbed the staircase. That was so bad. Alright, so it's saying goodbye time. So I just said goodbye to her there. In the bedroom. She didn't see me off the next day. Fine. Years later. So what ended up happening with you two? How much longer until we're in Leicester? Relax, we've got time. How much time, though? I wanted to stop off for coffee. Cheryl from Sixth Form wouldn't shut up about this place near her hometown that was so much better than anything she ever had anywhere else. It's been 6 years, Peggy. Why are you still on about Sixth Form? On about? Did you just say on about? Yes, I quite think I did. You're sounding more and more like an Englishman every day. You know, minus the accent. I've spent a lot of time here. It's not that surprising. Peggy and I were traveling across England. She was a successful biochemical engineer with a lively voluntary position as some kind of public speaker for green policies or something like that. To be honest, I didn't know exactly what was going on. It sounded political, and I stayed as far away from that kind of thing in this country as I could, considering I couldn't vote here. But Peggy didn't restrict her activities to any political party or election cycle. She went to community halls, to universities, to town centers, anywhere that would give her a podium, really, and talked about recent advances in green science and technology. Once they were enchanted with visions of vibrant farms and forests, she told them the ways they could be more green in their daily lives. I'm not sure how many people she got through to, but at the very least it seemed to be doing something for her team. They got more money for their research every time she spoke, which was probably why they kept letting her off work to do it. In any event, her speeches were a lot more effective than the time she tried to sponsor punk bands to write songs about saving the Earth. As it was now, we were rushing to our next appointment and running a little bit late because she'd had her weekly mental breakdown about the ethical and moral questions behind polluting the Earth via traveling to try and save the Earth. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. I told her that and she nodded gravely at me. I don't know why that worked, because it wasn't actually relevant to the question at hand, but at least it got us on the road. Oh, can we stop for gelato? I'm hungry. No, we are not stopping for gelato. Peggy pouted in the seat next to me and I found myself laughing again. You know, there's never a dull day with you. Is that a bad thing? I don't think so. You think I'd have stuck around so long if it was? I sure hope not. I wrapped an arm around her shoulders, playing with the ends of her hair. Hey, eyes on the road, Malia! They're on the road? No, I know that look. We have places to go, all right? Oh, now we have places to go. I still didn't have much of my own direction, but right now that was okay. I was happy just following Peggy around, partaking in her whirlwind of a life and keeping her grounded. I wouldn't be able to do this without you, you know. I grinned at her and she smacked me. Eyes on the road! I winked at her. I know. Goodness gracious. Ridiculousness. Okay, because we got the epilogue, I should have got the good ending. Let's see. Oh boy, she's got a neutral and a bad ending as well, huh? Interesting. Alright, well, I guess we're gonna try and figure out how to do that at some point. Haha. Alright, well that was Peggy's Route. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I liked it, but as always that... the whole stealing thing just is not good. It's not a good scene. And I didn't like that her immediate reaction was to start bad-mouthing us to everybody. Like, good grief. Malia is a saint. I would not be nearly so forgiving. But Peggy was a lot of fun. She was, like, very energetic, for sure. Alright, so we got the good end. So next time we'll try for one of the other ends, see which one we end up with. And if you guys want to see me flounder around while I do that, I hope I'll see you over there, guys. Until then, I will see you later.